How y'all doing? We got boy Chadwick here on American Chad. You know how we all do it. You got boy Mike here. You know how we always roll here. We do a bit of everything here. We like to draw. We like to bullshit. We like to just talk about random shit, man. Oh man, how about them Eagles, man? Up is starting up fantasy, man. Yo, what's going on, Chadwick? Like, tell me something new about yourself. Come on, brother, man. You're always working around the clock.
Yeah, something new about myself. Okay, and I'm always working around the clock, which is also true. So I probably do have something new to share about myself. I'm looking, I do have something new, and I already thought of what I wanted to share, but it would bore the heck out of you, so I'm not going to share that thing. I'm going to have to share something that interests you, and something that interests you is that I'm getting to the idea of creating a pickle juice vodka, pickle vodka. What do you think about that? You know what I'm talking about? Moonshine pickles. I think you heard of them.
Yes, sir. I fucking love fucking pickles, and I even got a moonshine pickle right here. Cheers to you, mate.
Fuck yeah! I already knew Meck was eating those before we started this podcast, and I didn't know he had another one left there. That's a full pickle there. Shit, dude, I have to try those out. You got some Meck is chewing on some moonshine pickles, and it's basically there's vodka absorbed into the pickle uh, somehow. And is there like flavoring to the pickles? Is that like a special flavored pickle, or is it just like taste like does it
I
taste
don't
like a plain
probably do
pickle?
it, but if I had to guess, they probably like leave like a quarter of the pickle juice and then like probably fill it up with like the rest of the liquor. I don't know. That's
I'm not,
probably how they do it.
yeah,
That way, it's kind of got both, and you got to shake and then put it in the refrigerator for a couple days or whatever. I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, you know what pickles are? You know pickles are cucumbers, right? You know that.
Yeah,
Okay, so pickles they were originally cucumbers and they absorb all of this from normally it's from like I don't know vinegar or something and that gets absorbed into it, but they mix it with vodka for the moonshine pickles that you're eating to and that gets absorbed into the pickle or into the cucumber, which makes it turn into a pickle. My question though was, are they using any flavoring in that pickle? Is that like a regular tasting pickle with a vodka in it, or is it like spicy pickle, or is it like because there's all these different pickle
it's like
flavors?
it's like spicy, but with moonshine. It's a couple. Mm,
Cheers, mate.
just a complicated flavor because like you don't taste whiskey, you don't taste vodka, you don't. It's like a different thing that you never tasted before. It's just like I said on the bottle, it's just moonshine, straight up moonshine pickles. Like, to the taste is a different liquor from all of them, and it's just stored correctly. It's very good.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
was
different
so.
taste.
So I told you something new about myself, which was that that I was actually considering making some with with pickles, and actually mixing it myself and making my own version of it, and I can put spices into it. I was considering like thinking about how we've been talking about hot sauce in so many of our podcasts and stuff. So I was thinking about putting like hot peppers into it and having that so while it's absorbing both of the vinegar and the vodka, it would vodka, it would be absorbing also the hot peppers as well and like other flavoring in there. One of my one of my favorite pickle flavorings right now is like this buttery pickles. I don't remember the name of the brand, but it's called like butter pickles and it tastes like buttery pickles and it's fantastic. They have all these different vegetables like thrown in there, like different flavoring. like onions, or I don't know what's in there, but like they just mix all these different vegetables into the pickles and it tastes good. And it's hard for me, it's hard for me also to get into the idea of putting alcohol into pickles, because I've enjoyed pickles throughout my whole life without any alcohol in them so far. To have alcohol mixed into the pickles, will that ruin the idea of pickles for me? Will I no longer look at pickles the same way? And I'm kind of concerned about that a little bit. So
I kind of am too, but I kind of liked it, and it's kind of like a treat. Like if you're just like at home, like just keep it at home. Don't keep them at work. They're gonna find out eventually.
you,
You just gotta keep
you
them
know
at
what's
home.
up?
Keep them out of
You know what's
work.
great about
Well,
pickles too?
besides our work.
Pickles are like the miracle. Are like the miracle cure to cramps. So many people look at them as a miracle to cramps in terms like of there's so much, I don't know what it is, the sodium in them, but they people look at it as like it's like if you and we're the pedal to the metal podcast, which means we're always pedaling to the metal. Whether that means like Jake, who we had on our recent podcast, who's looking to win his bike race.
My
You know,
brother from another motherland.
yeah, Jake on our previous podcast, he's looking to win a bike race, and all these different bikers, and you looking to do your thing with dirt biking as well. Even dirt biking takes some takes less energy than riding a bicycle, I think.
But it's real, and yet, but by the amount of racers that you have on the field, you would question yourself right again once you go on that field. It's kind of like, well,
What
look
do you?
me, what have I got myself into?
Yeah, man, you're
And
on the.
honestly, I'm kind of scared to go back into dirt biking. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I know what it takes, and I know what it's got to do, and it's a whole win rat. It's just you just gotta go for it. You just gotta run. You just gotta hold up, throttle, just go. Being like, I think those gunshots for hours. You know that fucking song. I can't remember what it's actually called, to be honest with you. I was listening to earlier today, but I fucking love that lyrics. Like when it first like begins, it's like shit.
Yo, Meck. So you're coming in good for this podcast, and we're gonna keep going with this podcast. My question to you is, because you are a little bit more quiet than the past somehow. Is it possible to like add like a microphone onto those headsets so that it comes down to like your mouth somehow? Like, is there a connecting piece or something that you can add onto that headset, or is that possible?
I do have a Bluetooth ball that I could possibly get, but I think I have to install a few things. I don't even know if it freaking works.
Hmm. What do you mean? What is it? What's it called?
It's called a Bluetooth microphone,
Yeah,
and it's like one of those. I don't know. It
but
was
does it
like a near $60 piece headset. And it was really nice at the time, and I just
Does it
had to
like
get it.
connect? Does it like come down to your mouth? Like what I was imagining was that there was something that might like
No,
connect.
like you keep it like down here, and it's
Oh,
like one of those people that like just rappers. So he's like,
yeah, yeah. The rappers actually use the best microphones, so that thing's probably if you have it, yeah. Rappers know what they're using, and they use that for a reason. Because I've had some myself. I've had some good. I'm using my laptop mic at the moment, which is complete shit. Just like you, we're both using kind of like microphones that are a little bit whack at the moment. I've had like in the past, I've sold it because financial reasons where I decided to sell it at some point. But I had like a nice Rode microphone, and I would, you can imagine, like you've seen the podcasters where they have the nice mic and they have it up against their mouth, and it's like it just sounds so nice and crisp and clear. I've had that experience, and it's something I can see us doing in the future together if we keep going with this podcast, is getting like nice microphones and like like this is where we started. This is where we're starting with our podcast, and imagine where we're going as we go with all of this. So yeah, so I've actually written up a contract, and I wanted to talk to you about this in our podcast. Yeah, I've written up a contract for us, and I'm looking to get it's set up so that we can both agree upon a contract, and we can start making YouTube videos, Rumble videos. We start putting stuff on Facebook. We start putting stuff on Twitter, and that we both agree upon it, and we'll both sign it. And it's like this idea that I have of like of building something big, and we're both gonna like put in effort to it. So I think when we both like sign a contract, we both have to agree upon it, and we both have to like it so that we're both involved in it. And otherwise, it's like, so when we both like it, it's like we both want to be on the podcast. Like if one of us like if for some reason one of us is like that's shit, then the other one of us is gonna be like, well, there's no reason to be on the podcast anymore because that's fucking me over. So we both have to agree to it. And I've made this contract so that I think that we can both agree to it. And I'm going to have you look it over. I've already sent you it. We were talking about it before the podcast started. Actually, we went into great detail for everybody who's listening about it. And I'm just smoothly touching on it here because I want to let the audience know that we're only beginning here. We're only getting started, and I want the audience to know that we're actually taking this whole podcast idea seriously of what we're doing here. And I want everybody to know like this is the beginning, and everybody's getting to hear the story of where we started and what we're doing, and that we're actually taking this seriously enough where I've created a contract with AI technology, ChatGPT 4. I pay $20 a month for ChatGPT. It's like this AI technology. And I asked it, I said, can you create a contract for me, an American Meck, for our YouTube channel that makes it fair and that makes it fair and makes it available, makes it good for both of us. And it created this whole like long list of things. And I sent it to Meck, and we were both looking at it. And it's like amazing what AI technology can do because it created this whole contract, this whole amazing looking, professional looking contract, which is like Beck's seen it. He's nodding his head right now. It looks like a real contract. It's like this is something that you would find if you were to make like usually attorneys. You would have to go to an attorney to make a contract like this.
Can
But
I
with
say something?
go for it.
The one thing why I kind of like this GAU you said it was, or GEU?
Chat GPT. Are you speaking about?
No, the thing that you typed in to make the contract.
Oh yeah. So how the AI technology works, which is what I'm
No, what's
talking
it
about.
called?
Chat GPT 4 is the AI technology that I used.
What he said. But basically, whatever he's saying, like, yes, I like the contract, I like everything he's had to say, and it all looks like 100% legitimate, but there's either one or two causes I'd like to have it looked over to make sure like, this is all good and through, foolproof, and everything like that, to make sure it all looks good. Like, I read it all through, like, I can't find any problems, but unless they can, it's gonna be like, that's where I think you should make these kind of changes. Like, it, you can't be too sure of yourself to make sure because it's a contract. You want to have a second person um, review it or a third, but I think I just need one person.
Yep.
So,
And the best way.
and my cousin is really smart, so I know which one to go through and don't say the name.
And the thing that we should do is have attorneys look over it. However, attorneys is kind of like you have to spend money. You have to spend money on them, and that's ridiculous to us. Both me and American Mech, we're doing this. We're doing this out of our own startup. Like as a startup, if we can spend the least amount of money possible, which we've spent $0 so far, we've been providing all of this entertainment, all of this value to everybody, and it's costed us nothing. Let's keep it as low cost as possible on our end. Our imagination is with this whole podcast and creating this contract. And the reason that I decided to create a contract for us is because the way I'm looking at it is I'm going to be putting a lot of effort into it. And I want to make sure that we have a contract before we start growing. if I'm going to be putting into this effort that I have to put into it and that I wish to put into it, I want to have a contract done with him. And imagine what could happen a year from now is that this whole thing could be something completely different. We have no idea what's going to happen a year from now or 10
Cheers,
years from
mate.
now. Cheers on the beers. Yeah. So
I'm drinking Bush, she's drinking Yang.
I wanted to share with everybody what we're doing is it is in these early stages of our podcast because this is important because in 10 years from now, if people are looking back and me and American Meck are still doing a podcast in 10, 20, 30 years from now, people are going to want to know where we started and what we were doing at the beginning and where we were and how we created this stupid contract. And we're putting it out there. In the contract,
Oh,
I think I was researching it a bit, and it looks like we're not supposed to share our contract with the world for some reason. I don't understand why, but like it's like we're not. I can't just like
and you know
show
what?
every. I can't.
I kind of agree with that. You
Yeah,
kind of gotta just like let it be. You can't show it like what's going on, like feed to the world, being like, "Hey
yeah,
guys, does this look about right? What he said?
yeah.
What is he like arguing all the fucking time? Be like, you motherfucker, rip it off and
Well,
be like, what
once
the
we
fuck?"
sign it, ripping it won't do anything because we're both agreeing to it, and yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That's why you
but
talk about it
yep,
afterwards and being like, lock it up, give it to your whatever.
yeah. Because I
That
mean,
way you can't touch
I'm
it.
kind of like the person. I like to be
It's like
transparent. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, man. My fault.
me, in my personal opinion, once I have that contract, dude, I'm gonna give it to my dad, have it lock it somewhere safe, be like, next first contract ever. Boom. By the way.
Dope.
Can't touch it ever. And then
Yeah.
do we still talk about alright, here's something cool about myself right now. I got my whole entire dirt bike tearing apart right now. Washing it, cleaning it. Already off, covered, cleaned. Gotta put it back on. This is another contract where we had to make another deal. Where he said, you would be my sponsor. Or no.
Uh, okay.
We
Yeah.
didn't talk about that
Yeah,
before.
we could talk about that. I'm cool with that. I'm confused. I'm confused what you said though a little bit. So if you could explain what you just said a little bit better.
Well, I'm just saying about like you want to be my sponsor. That's also another kind of contract that we both gotta create up
Oh,
together.
if I was to be your sponsor, which I plan to do, if you're going to be a dirt biker and you're going to be serious about it, how
I
I would
am
look at
serious.
how I would look at it is being your sponsor is there would be no reason to even create a contract. I would literally just send you free shit. I would just send you free shit. I would say here's some like free clothing with my brand name on it. Can you wear my will you please wear this for me, American Mech? Because what American Mech, will you please wear this for me? No, I'm kidding, but I'm semi kidding. But will you wear my brand? That's what I'm
Either
basically
way,
saying. It's like
I'm
it's
not afraid of wearing some cool crap that you would send me.
yeah.
I haven't had anything bad from you, so
Yeah, so I would just say
especially for my first thing ever received from you, always been good.
yeah, yeah, heck yeah. That book came out nice. I'm glad I got that to you, man.
It
That book
did.
is hot.
And I'm sure that if you were to send me like a jacket or something,
Yo, show everybody the back of that book up
dope as
close.
fuck.
Let's cuz this is a good place to do an intermission, I think. Go a little
Alright,
closer.
that's going. I'm dyslexic, see me.
Yeah, Pedal to the Metal podcast. That was written by American Mech and in his own handwriting.
I'm dyslexic, see me. I suck at writing,
Are you
but I'm good
actually
at drawing.
Are
See me.
you actually dyslexic, Mech, or are you kidding? Are you there, like
No, I'm not kidding about that. To be honest with you, I am dyslexic, and two others fuckers are laughing at me.
Nobody's
Yeah,
laughing.
you're probably gonna have a kid out there one day. It's gonna be dyslexic. So you know what? All you fuckers, go suck a cock. That making fun
Yeah,
of me like it's
nobody,
for me, man.
nobody's.
It's like
er,
go suck.
Yeah, nobody's
Oh,
actually
just like
laughing. Everybody who hears you speaking is actually relating to you right now because there's a lot of probably. I guarantee you that this is what you're saying right now is actually benefiting and adding a lot of value to our podcast, like a ton of value to our podcast, because there's a lot of dyslexics out there who are listening to our podcast and they relate to you and what you're saying. So what you just did there by sharing that, that's great. So American Meck, he drew that, or he wrote that Pedal to the Metal podcast, which was amazing. This is our the reason I asked him to show that is because it's hard to see. It's on, he showed the back. He was like holding it back here, and you can't even see that there is anything on the back. I asked him to hold it up closer so everybody could see it because, so I had that made with print on demand using a print on demand service. I forget who I used specifically as a brand for that, but inside of it, it has blank pages, and America Mech has been doing drawings inside of it of different challenges that we've been giving to each other. He's done so on the front of the cover. He had our logo, which is the dragon for our podcast. The Pedal to the Metal podcast is his
actually,
logo that he drew,
I love
and it's
that.
amazing because it has two eyes on the dragon, and it's fucking fantastic. But so Pedal to the Metal podcast, everybody. This is the intermission. This is the halftime show right here. This is the halftime commercial. Everybody who's listening needs to hit that subscribe button right fucking now and subscribe to our channel. And we're gonna keep growing it. American Mech while he's doing
Just work
those
out.
lifts. We're
Let you
lifting, we're
know.
building, we're builders, and what builders do is we
Forward.
build. You can see from the back that he is constructing his muscles right now to make them grow and to make them larger. So that's what we do as Americans in general is that we inflate to the top. Think walls, big walls. That's the best way to explain what we're kind of thinking. No, I'm kidding. But so let's go with this podcast. He's trying out some different exercises in this one than we've ever had in any of the past ones with the different upfronts before he was doing the basics. So I'm glad to see that he's using some different muscles as we go. American Mech, can you hear me right now as you're doing this? Let's give him a second. He'll probably jump on in
I
a
got the
second.
headset on. Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
And
So,
I'll also do our middle of the thing
all right.
going down.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, please click that. Please click that subscribe button. Please, we all love y'all. We just try to make y'all laugh. We just like try to make y'all laugh, talk about random shit. You know how we just do. We might be serious sometimes, but yet we also love it's like making y'all laugh. And plus, the ladies out there, look at our biceps, man. Who doesn't love these? Oh, and they can get bigger if you. Never mind about that. But our muscles are huge. We can lift anything together.
fuck
Me
yeah,
and
dude.
Chad.
I think
Next time I come down, me and Chad are going to be breaking some boards for you ladies. Next time I come down, we're going to be breaking boards. And you promise, I'm going to make it 3 versus 2, like he said. I'm strong, you know. These things get bigger if they want to. And they crack. No, bro. Since this is a laptop, I can go for a cig.
So, American Mech, Are you good to keep doing this podcast? What's going on, man? Fuck cigarettes.
I'm good.
We don't need none of that in this podcast, man. Go get that shit out of here. Come back
Good man,
inside,
so
man, bro. Fuck that shit.
you're right.
Ah, let's
You're
go.
right.
Yeah, let's go without that shit. Fuck, we can finish this shit without one. My man. Fuck yeah. Drink this. You got any of that pickle left?
I don't like pickles.
Ah. Whew. I'm feeling good. That's probably the best halftime show we had there with the lifting shit, though. I'm gonna be real though. That was some shit there. So, damn, dude. So you started off this podcast pretty good, and now it's my turn. It's like we're doing a whole second podcast at this point because it's a whole new half of the episode. So I'll start off. Hey, everybody who's there. This is American Meck and Chadwick. We are the Pedal to the Metal podcast. I'm here with American Meck today on July 30th, 2023. And our podcast has been on the progress for about a year at this point, and we're building big. We're going at it. American Mech, how are you doing tonight? What's going on in the world here? Anything new going on with you? What's up, man?
America makes still the same old shit. Still trying to find a nice, good old job that's all fucking year round, and yet you got to deal with all this bullshit Florida crap that restaurant work is only fucking seasonal. It's like bullshit. It's like fuck all that bullshit. It's life is shitty, man. Down here on Florida right now, and I gotta find a new career. Either go back to Publix or like I gotta find like a new. I just gotta find like a job working in a warehouse at this point. Just get that sweat on. Just get it going and
Shit, well, if
either
you
that
want
or it's like getting like IT work job and you're already doing that shit for. No, it's just like doing I just gotta. I just gotta get a simple work hard labor job and I'm strongly thinking about this one job with construction and I don't fucking know what to do, man.
yeah, I think
I truly don't think mine is like my mind's out of the box. And this is for like the sheriff county, like doing like cool jobs for them and
yeah. Yeah, man,
kids,
you're speaking
men. If you ever want to move to Florida, think twice before you have a job like me. Just think twice.
yeah.
Jobs here suck.
Yeah, you're speaking for a large portion of people that are probably the words that you're speaking at this moment. You might think that you're alone in this, and I think there's a lot of people that are listening who have no podcast, and we're the podcasters. We're speaking out loud. We're sharing. We're adding. We're doing so much shit here. The fact that we're telling the world this shit, it's like the shit that we're sharing is like so fantastic and like so hard to say. It's like we're saying the hard shit out loud, especially you at the moment. You're saying it specifically. American Mech is sharing some stuff here that's that I'm relating to. I'm here in Pennsylvania and I'm relating to the shit that he's saying and I can feel what he's saying and I'm like thinking like damn, that's exactly how I've felt in my lifetime at certain points is exactly like how he's feeling. So, I'm glad that you've taken the moment here to like share what you just said there and I appreciate that because I think there's a large portion of people who are also listening to what we're sharing and that they also feel the same way that I do with what you just said and that you just shared some valuable shit and just being able to like relate to that and what you said there it's like so there's like all of the things that are available in terms of you're speaking on like jobs and stuff and like certain things and aspects of things which we can touch on. We can also figure out where we like I'd like to step this podcast to being a higher energy and like we were just lifting some weights. I feel good after it made me feel good. And I'd like to
And
keep
that's
that going. But
fun getting
I'm
back
also
in a
drinking
dirt
beer.
bike race.
I'm also drinking some beer too. So cheers, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
drinking Jack Daniel and beer. Cheers, mate.
And you're having the pickle juice and shit.
It makes me feel a little
So the alcohol is also
influenced, yeah.
everybody's listening. The alcohol is also hitting me in American Meck as we do this podcast, and we're saying shit. We're saying shit a bit more relaxed and a bit more. We're like our mindset is we're able to like share this stuff with the world because like possibly some influence of alcohol. I don't know. American Mick is pretty ballsy. He'll just, yeah, me too. Both of us, we both actually share a lot. Sober, whether we're drunk, sober, or whatever drunk means, like a couple beers, 1, 2 beers. Max had a couple pickles. Uh,
We
it's
will
like,
share what we need to share with you,
yeah.
ladies and gents, just because we freaking can. I'm trying to wash my curse words.
Oh man, go at him. We're all about free speech. Yeah, free speech is getting destroyed in our country. I don't know. That's the wrong direction to take this podcast. I like where we started this though with the pickle, the idea of creating like
I
pickles.
need too, man.
Yeah,
Like, we're just doing our own shit. And I'm gonna send you my dirt bike soon once it's like all finished up, and I'll send you like videos before and after being like, hey, she was 30 as fuck. And by the way, I still gotta come up with a name for her. I owned her for like 6 or 10 years now. My dad told me I owned her longer than 8 years. Well, my mom did at least, but probably we bought her in 2009. My dad said,
so what
yeah,
year
I
was it?
bought it when I was 2005, 2TR
Yeah,
230.
my man, you got the oldie riding vintage shit.
And
You're riding the vintage shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck yeah,
technically riding a
dude, that's
classic, to
OP.
be honest, too.
I mean, if it was a
I mean,
'90s bike, I would have been even more impressed. But still, 2005 is pretty damn uh, respectable at this point because having bikes can only last for so long, and the fact that you're fixing up your bike, you're fixing the carburetor on it. I remember you were talking about you're fixing up different things on it. Anyways, we got to see if the bike even can start. We still have to see if it works. American Mech has yet to do
I
that. He's still
may
work.
or might. That's the thing. I'll tell you that what are 3 issues right now. I gotta wash it. I gotta drain the fucking gasoline. I gotta poke a hole in some kind of fucking tube or some shit like the old gasoline out to it. Get the fuck out there and manage to clean that shit out some fucking how. And then I gotta also drain the fucking oil, which that shit's easy. Like, yeah, oh shit, easy. He's a little squeezing it.
So, how are you learning how to do all this? Are you watching YouTube video? I'm a YouTube video kind of person when I learn stuff. That's one of the ways that I learned, and that's helped me out with so many different things. For example, I learned how to play guitar. I played guitar for multiple years. I can play all the different chords A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I learned guitar and all these different songs and stuff from watching YouTube channels, and YouTube has helped me out with so much. Are you looking at YouTube at all to learn how to fix your bike? Like, what are you doing? Are you just know this stuff? Like, what are you doing here to learn?
My dad, he rode dirt bikes since he was like born, and he knows how to do just about everything
Yeah,
known to man about dirt bikes. And
yeah.
he's like an evil type of genius, as
So,
in
so
I'll
your
pick
dad
somebody
basically,
paying like $500 to repair a bike when he could pay somebody like 125 for like a new carpet or whatever, or you can just clean it yourself. They get it free, being like, "Oh, this is clean or whatnot," and I'm hopefully cleaned that right, and I don't have to
my man.
replace a carburetor and having to pay $125.
So,
And I want to take a video of it once we start it, being like,
yeah. So, American Mech here, and the reason I call him American Mech is because he has an American dad. So, like the fact that his
Oh, my
yeah,
dad is the most redneck
mother
mother trucker
yeah,
that you will all ever meet. We even got the most biggest, reddest, ever badass trucker that you'll ever meet. And you should see in parades too. You guys would all love that shit.
yeah, man, I can tell that that he's the kind of person that I watch on the YouTube videos on how to fix a dirt bike. He's got the, if somebody's got a YouTube channel, it's probably like somebody like him and who's teaching me how to fix my dirt bike. So appreciate people who know how to fix shit like that in our country. And so like you're learning too. So like so we're building here your
I
dirt
am
bike back
learning
up.
from the greatest dad in the world. Double that up in the height. But yeah, I'm learning from the greatest dad in the world that can figure out anything.
Yeah. So that's what you're thinking at the moment. And yeah, so that's great to hear that you have got that going on with your dirt bike, and I'd like to see you run that shit. Hopefully, you can get it running. And before we speak
If
on it
I get
running,
it running,
all it is talk until it runs. All it is talk. So it's like it's hard to keep going on the subject here for too long unless you have more to say. Do you have anything else to speak on this?
no. Just wait for my fucking videos
Mhm.
for the redneck yacht club and doing all bullshit and off to go into real races. Yeah, the
Yo, I like.
motherfucker boy is gonna go into races and just hopefully not get hurt, but also do some crazy stunts and also win races. So
Yo, I might have to clip this part out where you
we're
just
gonna
said
be
that.
places.
I think I might clip this part out where you just said that. I think you said redneck.club, and I think we got to get you to own that website somehow.
Redneck yachts,
Uh,
yachts,
yacht club.
yachts,
Yacht club?
yachts,
Like redneck yacht.
redneck yachts. Well,
Oh, club?
all dirt bikes.
Shit.
Yep,
Oh, my man. Fuck.
all the way in
That's like the
Florida,
Board
bro.
Ape Yacht Club, but better. You know the Board Ape Yacht Club?
Bro, you know it, bro. Come on.
Wait, do you actually know the Board Ape Yacht Club? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, no, I don't.
Oh, good. That's because
Oh,
it
no, it's
doesn't.
called the
That's
Redneck
it's
Yacht Club
irrelevant.
in
The Redneck Yacht
Florida.
Club is gonna outdo the Board Ape Yacht Club because the Board Ape Yacht Club is shit. It's nothing. I know what the Board Ape Yacht Club is, but I'm telling you, what Meck's talking about right now, the Redneck Yacht Club is like here's the Board Ape Yacht Club. Here's the Redneck Yacht Club. Yo, American Mech, wait till you see what's coming in the future because I think it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Man, the words that you're speaking are completely uh, energizing me and everybody. I think everybody in this
Well,
fan
I
base.
guess you
Anybody
got another business idea
Yeah,
in your mind.
anybody who's listening in this fan base that knows anything about NFTs right now is completely hyped up about what you're saying. And I know you're like, what the fuck is an NFT? It doesn't matter, Mac, what an NFT is. I'm telling you, you're an NFT. You're a fucking NFT, brother. So where we're going with this is me and American Mech have done a whole podcast here tonight, and we've added so much value to everybody. We've gone into everything from talking about the pickle juice to talking about dirt bikes and all that shit to talking about our workout and our little halftime show, which was a lot of fun. And we even got to the point where we said fuck cigarettes. We're gonna skip them for this podcast, which was amazing. And we've also talked about American Mech actually specifically brought up how he's dyslexic, which a lot of people can relate to because there's a lot of dyslexics out there. So all of this combined and everything, I think we even talked about some other stuff that I'm missing. What did we talk about? Something else that I'm missing? I'm getting hyped up right now. I'm getting a little energized here, brother.
No, no, I'm just hyped up on dirt bike and get
Yeah.
my shit all up and running and just getting out there and destroying some major ass on the dirt bike field insane. Fuck you out of my way.
We talked about
And
contracts too.
racist badasses and making friends and also
Yep,
that.
that's great. And we talked about our contract as well. I forgot as well. We talked about we've talked a lot in this podcast. We've talked about a lot. We've done it. We did it. We did good. I think I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm good. It's good. Good. So
Yeah, and I agree with you about the contrast. We need one because with the thing we got going on, we both technically own, but not technically my name, but yet we're doing like half to contribute the work, so it only just makes sense that we uh, do what we do best in a way to make people happy and make their world senses make sense for the most of the viewers to make them all happy and just make everything grateful and enjoyable, make good contact, and we all love each other. And I'll be coming back on the PA to see you, my brother man, to drink, smoke some weed. And oh, who knows? Maybe we even break some boards, my brother man. Let's do some karate or whatever. You never know what does, y'all. Hell, let's let's get into some wild shit when I'm back down there. Come on.
yeah, I'm feeling it. So I'm planning to go to Florida Meck being in Florida. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm like, we're gonna connect. We're gonna make some awesome content for everybody's listening. We've got some great ideas. We've been talking about them off the scenes here about what we're gonna do, and it's ridiculous. I think it's gonna be some jackass shit, some real jackass shit that we're talking about doing. We're talking about like nuts, like things that I have a hard time to comprehend that Mex actually brought up, and I think that it can happen. So yeah, let's see that shit.
That does remind me that I did bring up to Jake. He does want to come down. You should come down. You and Jake should come down. If we could convince Mike, I'm sure he would be down to come down. But I got a queen size bed. As long as one of you guys don't mind spooning each other, you can share the bed or whatever. Or not spooning, whatever. You do you.
Yeah, that would
We
be
also got
those
a
two.
couch, so technically we could have like 3 or 4 people. We also got a second couch.
Yeah,
When,
shotgun the couch.
whenever you guys want to
They, I'll shotgun the couch.
fight for the couch.
They can
And I
ride out on the
mean,
bed together. I already shotgunned it.
oh, fuck.
It's recorded. It's recorded in this video. It's already recorded and like I've already done it ahead of time. So that
You know what? You're technically not wrong. Jake didn't even ask for it. So you know what? In a way,
yeah.
sorry, Jake and Anner.
Yeah, bro.
Let's just do Chad.
Fuck yeah. So
But all right, should I close this out, man?
yeah, I'm ready to close this out. Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'll see you fucking funny. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we always fucking do. We love getting you guys good high intense, funny quality shit, and we always love making you laugh. And we always talk about like random shit here. Why like some laws, liquor, beer, anything. You name it. We even talk about transgenders on that's this podcast if I remember right at one
No, I don't
point.
think we did actually. That was like
okay.
I think we did that on the phone
No, we didn't?
conversation. Yeah, we did that. So we can talk about that. Maybe we did.
You know what?
I don't know.
I think we should talk about that at one point. Maybe our next one we'll talk about
Talk
that.
about it right now, man. Talk about it right now. Oh, yeah. No, it's whatever you want to do.
Trans?
Yeah.
Oh fuck me in the fucking spot. Fuck.
You brought it up.
Yeah, fucking did, didn't I? Okay, fucking me. Just punch me in the face, why don't you? You know what? Honestly, in my fucking opinion, for those fucking transgenders out there, who the fuck cares fuck what you fucking want to do? If you're a fucking guy and want to dress up as a fucking woman, who the fuck is a fucking damn? You know what? If one fucking dude comes up and punch me in the square in the fucking face, I'll block that motherfucker and punch a square in the fucking face and in the ass and putting him in a fucking chokehold or fucking doing that punching me first. Like my mom always taught me, let them strike first. You'll always be in the right afterwards.
I think we can get into this more.
So you know what? Transgenders or not, who cares the fuck what you do? Own it. Make yourself look cool. Who the fuck is a damn? Kiss my ass, you fucking world. Even I thought about it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, America Mick thought about it. Stuff like that. And I just said it in a podcast. Well,
I'm mad.
Can we just close something out? Can
Free
I just close
speech.
it out?
Free speech is what our podcast is all about, is being able to say what you want out loud and being able to say it freely. So I think we need to go into this conversation further on another podcast, because I need to go into this with you. At the moment, I want another beer and I gotta pour one. The thing is, I think you were crossing it between what a transgenderism is and what cross dressing is, and those are two different things altogether, I think. So, like, that's something we should definitely.
I kind of agree with you, but it's kind of like, how do you know what they actually are? It's kind of like, let's just say it's straight outright. It's kind of like, if my mind is just like,
yeah. So my thoughts on that are, what the difference is between cross dressing and what a transgender is that a cross dresser is somebody who wishes to dress as the opposite sex, and a transgender is somebody who actually goes through a surgery and gets the opposite sex organs like implanted onto them fakely. It's like for example, a man gets his genitals chopped off and implanted some type of like fake vagina, or a woman getting like her skin cut off of her arm and getting like some type of like fake dick. That's what transgenderism is. Versus cross dressing is like you still keep, if you're a woman you still keep your assets, or if you're a man you still keep your assets. However, you decide to dress as a different sex. So that's what I consider to be, to explain
tell
my
me
thoughts.
a cross-dresser is like a person with like a fake pair of tits and wearing a dress where you're like, this is what I want to be, and then guess you're
Yeah, a man,
say online, but like they chop their dick off, being like, I'm a full woman now.
Yeah, what you were saying about the cross dresser, you said
Or
somebody,
transgender.
or you're talking about transgender. What was explain? I'm confused. All right, if you want to go into this on down, we can go into this.
Can we talk about this in another podcast?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
I feel like this one's like another another conversation.
I think we added some good value at the end of this podcast on where we're going with the next one. So I think people are going to be super interested, because this is a hot topic right now, and I think hot topic. Yeah, let's
hot
go.
topic, girls and boys. Yeah, please don't hate me for this one, but yeah.
You want to? I mean, you want to finish that close out, because you were closing us out, and then you brought up a new topic, so you kind of pulled me into it a little bit. I mean, that's why I was like, all right, let's go close it out, and then you're like transgenderism, and I was like,
why did I bring up? All right, let me just close the fuck out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, you know, we always freaking like to do it here. Like I said, we always come with the coolest, hottest topics here. We always like to go chill. We always like to chill with our homeboys, our girls, our ladies. We do whatever the hell we want to and talk about whatever, whenever we like to. So you know what? Y'all, mother truckers must have a grand old night and a rest of the week depending on when we see you. And please, like, ring a little button right there. Ring. That's the good. Please. Come on, we all love y'all. Come on, bring it on. We'll bring in some good random bullshit topic and hopefully not get into a big argument in person with people in public, but it'll probably happen. It'll be what it is. If people see our contact and we gotta go up and be like, whatever, who cares? What should I say? Kakarot, Vegeta. You know how we like to do. All of us, have a wonderful night. We love y'all. Peace. Sayonara. Senor, senoritas. Whatever the second term is for Spanish. But yeah, you can click that button, Chad.
All right, peace.